Welcome everyone to DICE 2006. You've got your crew of random IGN editors here. We've got Chris Roper, Tal Blevins, Matt Katzmessina, and my name is Aaron Bolden, just in case. And we get to go to a lot of shows throughout the year, bringing everyone all the latest news and information. But what is it exactly about DICE that's unique? Like what's the value of this show as an industry insider?
Well, I think the main thing is it's actually not really a press show. It's more for the developers themselves. You can hear how they interact with each other, how their design theories, just basically how they make games without actually any outside influence, as opposed to something like a GDC or an E3. That's all show, and this is more of, just how are we going to make the best games possible.
Well, yeah, the most important thing about this show, to me, is that you have access to all these people who come from around the industry to come here and see the conferences and talk to each other about development. And at E3, we're just so busy covering games and covering products, we just don't have time to really sit down and talk with these people. So it's great to be able to sit down at a table and be able to talk to Sid Meier or Bruce Shelley or Dennis Dyack and, just kind of shoot the breeze with them and find out kind of what's going on.
Yeah, it really is a relationship builder more for the press, I think, than anything else. Roper touched upon it. It's not a press show. It's really for developers. So we come here to build relationships. We come here to meet people, and that's why it's an important show for us.
It's really all about access, getting to actually hobnob with people who make the games, who sell the games, and do all kinds of exciting things.
It's in Vegas too, so it's a good chance to be able to gamble and drink with them as well.
We'll never turn down a trip to Vegas, that's for sure. But because of that, because it's so kickback and easy access and fun, it's kind of hard to get a lot of news and hard facts information. So what was the highlight of the show, if there is such a thing, for you, Roper?
I don't know. As it always is, it's just the people you can talk to here. So like sitting down with Sid Meier, folks like that. That's the cool stuff. There aren't really any announcements of any sort here. So it's just who you get to meet, who you get to talk with.
Yeah, there are. I saw a couple of games behind closed doors here at the show. Nothing that we haven't seen before, so no big surprises. But yeah, mainly it's not a product-driven show. So going to see, it's just about. When do you get to see Shane Kim from Microsoft, on a normal everyday basis? You don't. So getting to talk to him about, what Microsoft's doing for PC. Peter Moore was here. Got a chance to kind of shoot the breeze with him. Will Wright is here. Again, Sid Meier, Bruce Shelley, Lauren Lanning.
Tal, you can't tease people like that. What did you see behind closed doors? What is it?
I saw.
Spit it out.
One thing was Vanguard, Sigil's upcoming MMO. Looked really good. It's coming along nicely.
You're not supposed to say that.
I know. No, but they had a recent build of that behind closed doors, and we were able to go see that. And we also saw THQ's The Outfit, which wasn't actually part of DICE, but it was the day before DICE out in Vegas as well, and we got to play multiplayer for the first time, and that was actually really, really cool. Had a really good time with that.
Champions right here.
Yes,
right. We did win the tournament. We won the tournament.
IGN's record of winning wide open tournaments with other people in the industry, we still dominate. That's good. You guys should get a raise for that.
Yep.
Oh, I like that idea.
Very nice. Yeah, for me it was, I guess, Nintendo had a couple announcements, nothing major. It was, they talked about how they're going to have kiosks in retailers now where you can download DS content there and just walk into an EB, say, when you walk 15 feet near these kiosks, you'll be able to download that stuff onto your DS. Problem is, as soon as you turn your DS off, all that stuff is wiped. Excuse me.
No, you were right the first time.
Yeah, and
no, that was a big announcement, though. I thought all announcements from Nintendo were big.
No, it was okay. It was all right. And then you had the Metroid Prime Hunter stuff, and that was voice over IP. Problem again, though, it's not during death matches. It's only before and after them. So it's kind of like you meet your friends. Hey, you ready to death match there? And then.
I'll tell you, the big rumblings beforehand is that we might actually see something of the Revolution here, and everybody was kind of waiting with bated breath and waiting till the end.
It's not happening, and it may not happen at GDC very much, and then you're just going to have to wait till E3, or you're going to have to wait. The thing is, Reggie did say that they brought Revolution with him here today to this show, and that they were going to demo it to some developers, but depending on who you talk to, that was either misinformation or just like...
What room was he staying in? We should go raid that real quick.
Sounds like somebody's got some work to do. If it's here, we got to find it.
I got kicked out, so...
Oh, okay. At least you tried. Okay, then the last thing is there's a lot of people here, like we said, all the bigwigs in the industry, people that if we could just get inside their brains for 5 minutes, we know everything that's going to happen in the next 2 years. They're all here, and I know we've all tried our best to figure out what we could. Who was the person that you met this week or came across or reconnected with that was the biggest highlight for you? I got to meet the woman who co-authored Smart Bomb. I kind of geeked out on that. That was kind of cool. I'm into the literary figures like that. But Roper, who did you come across that impressed you?
Well, I've met him before, but Sid Meier is basically my gaming hero. I was playing, all of his games back in the day. It's basically how I got into PC gaming. So, he's always like the coolest guy. Then I met the Shadow of the Colossus team yesterday, and that was cool because I love that game. you know, I mean, it's hard to say exactly who's the best because there's so many cool people here. But like, those were my top two so far, at least.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, the show is just a who's who in the industry. Chris Taylor from Gas Power Games is always great for a good story. You know, very funny guy, very personable, can talk your ear off. Mark Rain was here. Again, a lot of the people I mentioned already: Sid Meier, Lauren Lanning, Warren Spector. I mean, it's just a who's who of the industry is here at this show. So being able to sit down and talk with them all, we actually played a little Pi Gal poker with Fergus Urquhart, the CEO of Obsidian, last night for about 4 hours. We kept going on and on and on. So I mean, just stuff like that. You don't get to do that all the time.
And you're not even a Pi Gal player, so you must have been like really going for it to hang out with Fergus.
He was showing us how to do it.
You guys know how to party, I'll tell you that. I went, it's for me, it's reconnecting with some older guys that I used to hang out with when they actually made games for Nintendo systems. And this is going back decades because nobody makes games for Nintendo systems anymore. But anyway, Julian from Factor 5, he's the president of Factor 5. Dennis Dyack, of course, Silicon Knights. We actually went to dinner with Dennis and Mark Rain. It's all about meeting contacts and hanging out with old friends.
Well, and also, stuff like, you probably see in the background of the shot, the Into the Pixel thing. A lot of artists around the industry are showing off their works, and you can actually purchase stuff like that. So kind of the secondary things as well are really neat. The Smart Bomb you were talking about, they were selling the book here. So it's kind of these secondary things that kind of revolve around it as well are really neat.
It's interesting because we see these people at events, and then you have this gap that follows. So last year at E3, you see somebody who may have said, wait till you see Cameo. Cameo is the best thing ever. And my name's Canlop. And then you get to catch up with them later and say, wait, you said Perfect Dark was going to blow me away. What happened there? Or something like that. And then they're like, well, it was great. And you're like, well.
Yeah.
We did.
In addition to rubbing people's face in untruths they've told us before, it also works out where a lot of times you get tidbits of information here. So someone tells you, this little part of a story, and then like maybe 2 weeks down the road, you talk to someone else who gives you another part of the story. That's basically how it happens. And Matt, I know that you do a lot of that. You collect clues here and there until you put together a big story.
I've been working on several stories, just talking with a lot of developers, and it comes together. A piece of the puzzle here, a piece of the puzzle there, and before you know it, you've got something that...
I think we, fortunately or unfortunately enough, know a lot more than we did before we came here, but we can't say everything yet.
Yes. Okay, and with
that's how it always works.
Exactly. With that, we'll wrap it up. Those are our thoughts on 2006 DICE. We'd love to hear yours. Thanks for joining us.